Alright, so let's finish as much of these mementos as we possibly can. I could stick around and like farm tons and tons of money, but likely we will come back to mementos at least one more time before we're done with the game. I always get the feeling that Morgana's like plot line is very intrinsically tied to this area. So instead I'm just going to forge ahead, and instead of spending a whole lot of time doing kind of meaningless money farming, we'll just come back at a later date, and if it turns out that, oh, my battery's low. If it turns out that, I do need more, then I'll just make a special trip to Mementos or something. Or not, because who cares? Let's see, Rakshasa speaks. Give me money. Man, I remember when 5,000 was like a large number, an actually like appreciable number that, you know, I cared about. But at this point, no. It's like nothing.
Alright.
So we're pretty much like in line to go to Hawaii next, which is kind of neat. I've never been to Hawaii personally. The idea of going to Hawaii is kind of a cool one. Like, I'd like to, maybe, someday, maybe. Head for the depths, head for the lower area. Okay. Yeah, I gotta pay attention, because we've got a target here, but I don't know what floor it's gonna be on. And I don't want to, like, just kind of check out and go past it by accident. Okay, any of these treasure chests? Unfortunately, these treasure chests almost never have anything actually useful for me. I have, it's really pretty. Yeah. My problem with Hawaii, and just in general, for starters, Shell is, I mean, she is super flammable, I guess would be the phrase to use. The sun more or less just destroys her. I mean, it's not actually fully true, but like, she will, if she's in, like, direct sunlight for too long, she just burns. We went on a walk with my mother, like, a week ago, and it was super nice. Except for the fact that, you know, after the fact, her, like, her face and her, like, her collar area were just super burnt. Bonus money! I forgot we get bonus money for finishing enemies off. So, like, the idea of going to Hawaii specifically seems like it would almost be inviting disaster, all things considered. You do? Huh. Yeah, I'd like to go there someday. I think part of my problem is, if I ever went to Hawaii, I don't know if I'd actually care too much about the beaches. Beaches are like... Yeah, I want to see everything else about Hawaii. I want to eat, like, Hawaiian food. I want to check out volcanoes. I want to see the rainbow eucalyptus. But the idea of, like, going to Hawaii for beaches seems like such a waste to me. But I think in a lot of cases that's because I grew up in California. And the idea of going to a place just so I can do a thing that I did when I was a kid, it seems kind of wasteful and silly. Whereas, like, you know, going and actually seeing new cool places is so much more interesting to me. Because beaches are always kind of the same. Anyway, I can sense our target in the area. Let's keep going. It's hard to hear me over the area. Audio. Oh, didn't realize that this game was that loud. Alright, let's crank it down. It should be better. I think mementos get louder.
Enemy ahead. Be careful.
But my other thing with beaches is just they're so, you get sandy, and it's just like, there's no easy way to clean yourself off after being in the ocean for a while. Like, pools and stuff, you're just kind of chlorinated, and you're dry. But, like, whatever, you can easily just, throw on some clothes or walk back, and you don't really have to worry about cleaning yourself off. And then as soon as you get home, all you have to do is just shower, and you're golden. Or not care if the chlorine content's kind of low. I don't know.
Oh.
So that Shadow's the boss of that journalist, oh yeah. He looks so suspicious. Well, he is obstructing a news investigation to keep some incident hidden under the rug. People died in that incident. He should be ashamed to call himself a journalist. We'll have to make him see the truth. Heyo. You. Are you that kid who's hanging around Oya? Screw you guys snooping around together where you shouldn't be. What'll happen if this draws negative attention to me from the higher-ups? Stop meddling around. What happened to journalism? Don't talk to me like you know, immature kid. You must not care about dying if you oppose me. Just obey those with power if you want to live. This is kind of unconvincing. Everybody else usually has conviction, but this guy is just kind of like, status quo, status quo, status quo. I'll teach you how society really operates, you brats. Alright, and we're just going to probably throw it on auto, because I can't imagine he's going to be that dangerous. Nope, not really that dangerous. I'll just throw it on auto so we churn past him. Time is valuable. But yeah, so we went to Croatia. I've told this story like a billion... Well, not this story. But, you know, I've talked about going to Croatia like 500 million times at this point. But how dare you? But while we were there, I don't think I went swimming more than like twice. And even then, it was never in the ocean because it never seemed like it was actually that useful. Damn it, damn it, damn it. What was I supposed to do? I can't oppose the higher-ups. It's easier not to rock the boat. Mass media is just another corporation, really. Passion for journalism won't pay the bills. It's useless, just useless to chase after your ideals. Not to Oya, it isn't. She's really incredible. Well, you said something else, but I don't know. I found her naive passion to be so annoying. It reminds me of all the pain I felt in the past. Back in the past, before I gave up, before my passion rotted away and my wife cheated on me. Well, there that goes, so that's easy enough.
All right.
Another case solved. What's next? Do we keep exploring? Yeah. We got like, I want to say we have like 1, maybe 2 more mementos left. Unfortunately, one of them's in like the lowest part. Plus, we've got the cat. Does the cat car have a skin too? Yeah, but it's just the Phantom Thieves one. There weren't any like actually good skins for the car. This guy might be a bit of a problem. Oh, never mind, not a problem. But yeah, so while we were in Croatia, I almost never put on a swimsuit because there was just so many other more important things to do than swim. Because, like, swimming is fun. Alright. But swimming in one place really generally feels like swimming in like another one. For me, I specifically love going to beaches that are like specifically rocky. Like really rocky beaches. And skipping stones. Like, skipping stones is really fun.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool. Beat him up.
And I really enjoy it. Because, like, I will go up to Canada to skip stones, because it's kind of this cool thing you can practice. And I like, actually got rather good at it. I actually got really good at skipping stones one summer. We were up in Canada. We were up in Canada for like a vacation, and it was kind of like rainy and whatnot, and like it wasn't a good week for like being out and about. But it was a perfect week. Well, like, not being out and about, but like, you know, it wasn't like a touristy week, but it was a perfect week for just being, like, kind of walking around and looking at stuff. It was nice and cool. So, like, we saw people that were, like, kind of in the ocean for about 10 minutes. And we're, like, just running along the beach, skipping stones and, like, finding weird rocks and shit. It was great. It's a step forward. Skipping stones is, like, the most juvenile, boring thing, though. Can you skip a stone, like, 12 plus times? It like
That's all it takes for me.
it actually takes some effort to master skipping stones. And it's really satisfying when, like, you get a good rock and you get it to just skip for like half a mile out or something insane. I mean, I've never managed that. That's stupid, but hello. There it is. It's Jochi's shadow.
Indeed.
Oops. Heidi was threatening this old couple, trying to kick them out of their own movie theater. If we leave him alone, he may resort to violence. We can't let that happen. Let's go. Ah, so you're the Phantom Thieves. I'm not sure what you'd want with me, though. Seems like you're trying to use force to get people to leave their property? Land development's important. Getting rid of stubborn people in the way is part of the job. I'm not just playing around, like you kids are doing. Yeah, dyslexia. We're quite serious. We can't let those who cause problems for others go unpunished. That includes people like you, who use bullying tactics to get what they want. You're just some pissy, smelly kids acting big. You should have stopped playing hero back in preschool. I will admit I wish all of these mini-bosses actually had unique personas. It's kind of boring that they're always the same ones. I'll send any trash that stands against me to the bottom of the ocean. Now, give me that land. Oh shit, we actually got kind of crushed there. Well, it happens. I mean, this is what I get for totally forgetting, this is what I get for forgetting to resurrect, heal. Do I? Yeah, I do have recarm. Cool. There we go. So, so passive, this is a completely separate story. But so passively over the course of Gesundheit, the course of the entire night, I was, earlier tonight, Shell was like really fixated on pigeons. Let's see. And so, I was like super not okay with it because after a while it's like, I don't want to hear about pigeons. And so somebody jokingly made a pigeons command on Twitch. And so stealthily while I was eating my peanut butter and jelly, I switched the command. So instead of counting pigeons, which is what everybody was doing, I, let's see. I had it just so it would go R-E, forever. Oh, neat. I didn't know we get a once more, but that's fine. Well, that makes this easier. Hold up. Let's beat this up. But yeah, so when somebody counted the next iteration of pigeons, instead they got a little bit of a surprise. I don't know. This is like the easiest boss. Yeah, I like mementos, but they feel like they're just kind of weirdly placed. I guess you're supposed to do them immediately after doing a dungeon or something, but meh. It doesn't quite work out that well. Instead, you just end up having this, like, oh, that's a whole bunch of money. Well, I guess it makes sense. Actually, that might put me up to 3 mil, now that I'm thinking about it. But if they don't give up the land, I'm gonna get fired. Please, isn't there some way I can have that movie theater? Give it up. Get out of Yongen. Yeah, stop messing around with our neighborhood. Sorry. I'll give up, so please forgive me. I hope you'll consider the feelings of those who get things taken from them from now on. I got it. I'll be honest with my superiors. I'll tell them that no one has any interest in leaving Yongen. Not just Yongen. You better make up for the awful things you've done elsewhere, too. You're supposed to... Oh, wait. That was something. That might not have been a treasure. That might have been a book. Okay. Well, down we go. It opened. Sweet! Now we can keep moving. Just be careful, okay? The deeper we go, the stronger the enemies get. You're supposed to do all the mementos in one day. I mean, I really pretty much am. Okay, so I think this is the last one we have access. Holy shit, this looks creepy. Oh man, this place keeps getting creepier and creepier. That's a sign of how much more twisted this place is. I'm sure the shadows here are stronger too. Yeah, it looks like there are more enemies here than there were up above. Be careful, okay? Let's see. And health is looking fine, so I'm not going to mess with it too much. So, where did I go to in Canada? Whoa! This really is a style change. It's like bony and shit. But I specifically, I specifically went up to Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. Those are my general favorite places to go.
Hard to drive on the rails.
Unknown gravestones. I actually really like this.
After all. You can
But those are my favorite places to go in Canada. I'm sure there are better places, but like I've been to Montreal at this point. I wasn't that impressed. Montreal was neat, but I have trouble caring about North American cities because they don't have that like I mean they do have that like long sense of culture and history. But like I went to Budapest and like some of their architecture is downright ancient and it looks great. Because it stands in like stark contrast to, you know, skyscrapers and whatnot. Whereas,
Good work,
you know,
everybody.
here in the U.S., like, yeah, you do get historical monuments, but like, I went to the Alamo, about, I guess, half a year ago or something like that. We walked by it. We didn't even go in, and it was just this like teeny little like fort, kind of kept up, but like whatever. Not overwhelmingly, like it wasn't that impressive. And the main thing was, it was just surrounded in buildings. There's a McDonald's across the street from it. Like, nothing says history like having a McDonald's across the street from a monument and stuff like that. And it's just unfortunate, because like, it's not worth going to those,
We can steal
because it just ends up being dull. For me, I've always kind of more appreciated the natural landmarks in the U.S. just because they tend to be a little bit less touched by people. Like, there are some really impressive places in North America, and I guess there are actually some really nice looking places in Europe too, but they've had more time to kind of spread out-ish. But that's why I like Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, because they're these just absolutely gorgeous locations that, you know, except for a couple of like sort of fishing towns.
enemies.
Like,
Don't worry though.
except for like a couple of fishing towns and like, you know, kind of nice places to check out. It's actually just rather quiet and fairly scenic. My favorite is to go to like the Nine Island Provincial Park, I believe, up in Nova Scotia. What it is, it's a beach. It's effectively a giant mud flat. It's huge,
Okay,
and
I can still fight.
and like it goes for miles, and like it's really impressive to look at, because the tide will come and go over like a, you know, whatever the cycle is. Is it 12 hours or is it 6? I don't remember how tides work. It's been too long, I'm sorry.
I want some green tea.
Wow, this really was just kind of this boring empty area. I'm gonna kind of clear these out because we might actually get some goodies from them. But so you can just walk out to it, except for when the tide starts coming in. You actually have to hustle to get back before it catches up to you, because the tide will like actually go above your head and stuff like that, and it moves faster than like a normally walking person. So we had to hustle back. It was awesome. Okay, it is 6 hours. But I really enjoyed it because it's just this like weird place with mud that goes up to like, you know, halfway up your calves, or maybe like a third of the way up your calves or something like that. And you can see like people going out for clams and stuff, just picking through the beach. It's super cool.
Child's play.
And like you don't get to see a whole lot of places like that in like the middle of a city. Sometimes like there are cool places. Like I enjoyed going around San Francisco. I think maybe to some degree my my interest in the city has to do with how good the public transportation is. I spend a lot of time specifically, well, like I don't like cars. I think cars are really inconvenient and kind of ugly up a city. And so I'm more interested in cities that have minimal to no traffic ever. And
This car is more comfortable
I think,
than
oh, hello.
expected.
A lot of this has to do with the fact that, you know, I've lived in Boston for quite some time.
Fair one?
Have I ever fought this guy? I guess I have. Alright.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool.
I have gotten the Stone of Scone, right? I will just assume I've gotten the Stone of Scone and kill it. It'll give me a nice bonus anyway. But so yeah, being in Boston, like the cars kind of ruin the city. There's some really nice places to check out in Boston, but they're not worth going to because you just have to deal with so much traffic, public transportation or not. Though I do have to give it credit. You can get around the entire city without ever having to touch a car. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. I've gotten every treasure demon. The only ones I haven't gotten are the ones that I don't know about, really. So the next palace we go to will be a problem. But, you know, study abroad in Dubrovnik, Croatia, it was this, like, really scenic town. And yeah, they did have, actually, a fair number of cars. But in the specific part that we'd go to, the old town, you couldn't drive cars in there, which was amazing because it more or less meant, here's this, like, entire area that you can just explore. Streets and all, and you never have to worry about a car unless like somebody important's coming through, and it's super cool. But the tea is awful. The tea is kind of the tea is both bad and good, because like, so if you don't know, the tea is the Boston public transportation system, and it's kind of bad, but like when it comes down to it, I don't know. I feel like the T is better than a lot of the other transportation systems I've ever seen in the city. Alright, give me the goods. I'm just good. Rancid gravy? Ew. Where was she keeping that? I don't know. That's worrying. But yeah, it's my ideal eventually to end up in a city. Like to find a city to live in that has no, that is all public transportation. Like there's a city specifically in China that they're making that is purely green. Like you can't drive a car in there. You have to take public transportation or walk or bike or stuff like that. I mean, I might be romanticizing a little bit, but the idea of a city that's like that is so perfect for me, because like as it stands, the only time Shell and I ever drive anywhere like, but the only time we ever drive anywhere is if we want to go out for like some kind of interesting food, or if we need to go grocery shopping. That's it. Okay, Shanghai subway is great. Yeah, I've never been to Shanghai, so I don't know. I will admit, trans-Pacific flights scare me just because of how freaking long they are. Planes are not comfortable. I love the idea of traveling in, like, truly foreign countries, but the travel time and the cost is just so painfully prohibitive that I'm like, I'm not super interested in that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to live in a city that it's just like, yep, nope, fuck cars. We've got buses, we've got subways, and we've got some rad-ass bike lanes, and that's it. I would love for nothing more than that. Chances of that happening are incredibly low, unfortunately. Oh, hey, these guys are weak to ice. Sweet. You've traveled around Shanghai just using the subway. Yeah, see, I've done the same thing with Boston frequently. It's generally not so bad. Just kind of grubby. T went 24 hours a fuse back for about 3 months, and then claimed nobody was riding it at night because they didn't want to pay shift differentials. Ah, that sucks. Cause like, I was in Boston once after dark, and it sucked, cause oh, I think I watched what did I watch? I was there with a friend and we went to watch a movie. And whatever the movie was, it ran real late. I don't remember what the movie was anymore, unfortunately. But so it ran late and I missed the last train. And so there were no, oh, cool. It doesn't look like the levels get any longer past a certain point. That's good. Hey, there aren't any dangerous enemies here. Seems like a good place to rest. Huh? Another waiting room. Didn't this one show up quicker than the last one we saw? Oh, this is great. I've been waiting to take a break. Okay, yeah, this is weird. Shorter for some reason. All right, let's rest for a few. But like I was stuck in yeah, I don't care. I was originally considering replaying through things so I could optimize a little bit, but screw that. I don't care. But yeah, so I was stuck in Boston, and I ended up having to call my parents because I literally had nowhere I could go. I was a freshman in college. I can sense our targets somewhere in this area. Let's scour the floor for them. I don't even know who we're looking for at this point. I'm just doing the extent of the mementos until we get stuck.
Joker, there's a treasure chest.
But so
Get more money.
so I had to call my parents, and it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. Like I probably should have paid more attention to how the subway works, or just asked my friend to sleep on our couch. Which, yeah, that would have made more sense. But it was super sketchy actually, because I was not in a good part of town, and so I just stood in an ATM, like one of those Bank of America all-night ATM places, and just waited there because it was the only place that was actually lit past midnight,
Okay.
which sucked. That's why I don't go out after dark in cities. I don't really care about getting mugs because I don't have shit. But yeah, generally not though. But Shell, it's okay. This guy freaks me out. I want nothing to do with him. Let's just get out of here. I probably should have just asked for an item now that I'm thinking about it.
No time to wait.
But one of the things I really liked about being in Europe, specifically at Budapest and Zagreb, both were kind of nice cities. They had pretty good public transportation. Budapest wasn't so great. Zagreb's was fascinating, but we never really were there long enough to really master it.
Don't worry though.
But in both Budapest and Zagreb, they actually had night trains and night buses that would go around. Like, the cities were active 24/7. Now let's just ask for items. I don't actually care what this guy says. Artist talk. Okay. I should pay way more attention to this stuff. I just want to get to the end. Well, okay, so we got a Picasa. I guess let's get rid of... let's just get rid of the Bareth. We've already got a Hierophant. I don't really know
No time to waste.
about this. But yeah,
Just like I thought.
I loved being there. We were only there for a little bit, but like, we could go bar crawling late at night, and we didn't have to worry too much about, like, getting back.
Okay.
We could go see things that, you know, normally you're like, oh shoot, you know, I don't have enough time in the day. And it's like, no, totally do. I can sense the target up ahead. You want to go in? Yeah. So like, specifically, we went to a bar called the Tolkien House, which was super cool because they had like mixed drinks themed after Tolkien characters. So that's Nijima's shadow. He looks so pathetic. He's cheating in a video game, right? Yeah, he's a cheater. It's not something an adult should be doing. Well, let's go. Why is he in a suit? It's useless. In the gun-about world, no one can defeat me. Cheating? I don't know what you're talking about. The winners are the ones who are right. It's the winners who decide what justice is. And what greater winner is there than me? I'm the god of the gun-about world. What the hell kind of name is gun-about? I don't know. Anyway, I'm the god of the gun-about world. I'm invincible. No one can ever hope to defeat me. No matter how many come against me, no one can ever wound me. Oh, he might actually... We might have a weird thing. Also, it's a weird cheat in a diaper. Psh, idiot. Let's get him. We might actually have to fight this guy a second time or something like that. I'm strong. I'm the most powerful. Ain't no matter what you throw my way, you won't put a scratch on me. Joker, you missed.
Come on, Queen. Support's on the way.
Oh, that is a damn handy move. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to fight this guy. But we can't. Yeah, so he dodges everything physical, and my assumption is he dodges everything elemental too. Can I like do I have to run away from this one? Okay, I need a certain confidant to be able to run away from this one. Alright, can I... Order? Escape. Wait. Oh, I need a certain gun trick. Okay, so... Should I just... Oh, I told you it's useless. There's no way you can win against me. Look at him, acting all smug because of his cheats. We can't do anything to him at this rate, though. Let's retreat for now and rethink our approach. Okay, cool. So we can actually retreat. Yeah, so we gotta work on the other guy. What the heck was that? Our attacks did nothing to him. Yes, unfortunately it appears we do not even have a chance of victory. Yo, Morgana, ain't there anything we can do? I'm not sure. As I've already mentioned, the Metaverse is a place where people's cognitions materialize. Even I can't predict what will happen here. Damn it! If only we could figure out what his ability is. Well, he's cheating. That's exactly right. So we'll need to figure out a way to break through his cheat. That's fine, but let's do it somewhere else. It's not exactly what I call safe here. We should talk more where there aren't shadows.
Well,
Do you think Wander noticed that that shadow was voiced? Was it? Shit, I have my other headphones on. I'm sorry. I'm not used to this game being voice acted at all. So I've actually just been listening to my own music over the course of this entire thing. Whoopsie. Well, I mean, happens. I apologize. It was totally voiced. My voice was better. Let's go with that. I will just mute over it, and I guess I'll listen to the actual game. That's the first time a single one of those guys has been voice acted. Oh, that's stupid. Anyway, we can make it our homework then. Let's think more on the topic after we return to reality. Okay.
I'm very sorry.
I hope it doesn't add too much work to your plate. Homework, eh. I guess it works. Anyway, let's get going. Alright, ah, shit, are we back to the very beginning? We are back to the very beginning. Okay. Mementos overview. Let's go all the way back down. At the very least, I think we can go a little bit further. Okay, so we want to skip the next one because it's going to be the same stuff. Yeah, I normally am listening to the game, but specifically today my normal headphones are kind of heavy, kind of hot, so I didn't want to touch it. Yeah, that demon's special. This is where that horrible cheater was. Okay, well, I guess I'll just remember it for later. Okay. An awkward mix of my dub and... Yeah, it happens. I don't know. Whatever.
Don't worry though, they're no big deal.
Yeah, because normally I'm listening to the game, but while we're in Mementos, I specifically actually listen to my own music because the Mementos are so... they're so fast-paced, and the players are talking constantly.
Work, everyone.
Our players, the characters are talking constantly, which is not something I want to deal with.
okay.
Because I don't really want to listen to them nattering on while I'm, like, flying around. Because she's saying, like, vamonos, and, like... It's not conducive to good commentary to have other people talking to you in the background. Some people can manage it. Like, absolutely, Game Grumps can talk while, like, a game is cutscening at them. But I'm so, like, by default trained to, I'm so by default trained to shut up the moment somebody else starts talking. Even if it's like inane dialogue, I will still do it. And like I will just shut up no matter how useless the dialogue is. It's part of the reason why those segments where they have like those little rumor things kind of bug me, because it's kind of fast, but the pacing is terrible, so I can't read it, but I also can't skip it well. So my options are either just kind of ignore it, turn it off, which doesn't really work in this game, or put in some other headphones and just assume, like, there's no voice acting here, right? Oh well. I guess I'll just own that problem or something. Ow. I wonder if I can get some new, better equipment from here. Well, oh well. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. You guys have to deal with, like, 20 seconds of me being a doof. And then back to business as usual. But yeah, let's just keep going down. I want to say there's at least one more memento that we're going to have to... we have to get. So, where are we right now? This is the 6th area of the floor, but counting the entire palace, it's the 33rd one. 33 areas. I'm starting to feel kind of overwhelmed. Just how big is this place? Who knows? This whole place, its overall structure, it's all a mystery. Oh well. Just hang in there. I've kind of given up voice acting this game. There's just so many lines. I just kind of prefer to get through them as fast as possible. There are some games where I'll like actively mess around with voices. And I think it's one of those where like if I'm playing with Shell, I'm much more likely to mess around with it. ISIS. Give me the goods. Extinguish orb. Hey, I'll take it.
Victory is ours.
But yeah, mementos are weird. I like the idea of mementos. They're fun, they're interesting, but I wish they would change more often. Like, I actually really like this, this creepy, like, bone motif that they've got going on. I kind of wish all levels had, like, this level of a visual change. Actually, let's just keep going down further. Like, I'm not too worried about being underleveled.
I may be slightly afraid of the dark.
And so it's probably better that I just keep rushing downwards. Let's see. That Van Bash animation is something. Alright. Well, I might as well actually start using some abilities here instead of just being super cheap all the time. Just to do everything in a high-pitched cracking voice. The Skitter voice is amusing, but I don't think it's that amusing. I guess it's not actually that high-pitched of a voice. Ah, screw it. Let's just do another Mabufu. That'll do it. So a lot of people are starting to go to college in my chat. I guess it makes sense.
Just like I thought.
College is fun. Don't waste it. I don't know. I've been out of college since 2013 at this point. So I'm starting to feel kind of old in some way. Hello. Let's see. I'm starting to feel a little old in that sense, but like, I don't know. College is good stuff. Is that really all he's weak to? Ah, weak to nuclear. Okay. There we go. Didn't mean the Skitter voice. I don't want to go higher than the Skitter voice. That would get bad. Yeah, I liked college a lot. I have not used any of... Well, no, I have actually used a lot of the things that I learned in college. Because specifically, like, right now, Grave of Man could not exist in its current form without all of my artistic skills. And honestly, I think they've actually done a very good job at,
Well, that's that. Now let's hurry on.
like, the branding and the artwork that I've made for my channel has helped out. I always want to, like, make a custom thumbnail for every single... a custom thumbnail for every single series, but...
Don't let it get away. Nuclear attacks won't work.
This ain't gonna even do anything. Come on, main character, it's your shot. There we go. Perfect. But yeah, so like my artistic skills that I learned in college are helpful, but not in the way that I expected they would be. I really thought I was going to be like an artist for video games straight out of college, and I just stay with that. I very much have not been consistent with that at all. But I'm kind of okay with that, though. Because, like, sometimes you find some, like, cool shit to do instead. I know a lot of people that, like, went through college and, like, totally had one dream and then ended up doing another thing. I knew one guy that was an absolutely wonderful digital painter. And he does industrial design now. And, I mean, I guess that's not too far off. I had a lot of friends that kind of gave up on their dreams, too. That always sucks. But no matter what, I'd say, like, learn how to get a good work ethic out of college. Oh. Nope, never mind. Wait, another rest area. Hey! Is this a waiting room? There are two of them here? Either way, I'm glad we can take a breather. Let's not miss the opportunity. Okay.